U.S. dropped bombs over the capital city of Caracas in Venezuela. And they kidnapped President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Cilia Flores. People were killed and buildings were destroyed. Does the U.S. government have any right to kidnap the president of another nation?
No!
This is just another criminal act by Trump. This past year, he murdered Venezuelan fishermen.
Hey!
He stole tankers full of oil.
Hey!
And they're now invading Venezuela. And they're kidnapping the country's head of state.
Hey!
We demand that these acts of war end immediately.
Hey!
And it's no secret that Venezuela is an oil-rich nation. This is a war not just about oil, but it's about control.
That's right!
It's about power.
That's right!
Do Trump and his billionaire clique need more oil?
No!
Do they need more money?
No!
That's right, they don't need more oil. They don't need more money. But what they want is unilateral power. They want to treat South America like it's their own backyard again.
That's right!
But will we let them?
No!
I said, will we let them?
No!
And they'll lie and they'll say, we need to save the Venezuelan people. We need to put a stop to drug trafficking, to these cartels. But I'm tired of the lies. Are you?
Yes!
Not only that, they're not even really good at lying anymore. Trump even admits the real reason the U.S. attacked Venezuela himself. Do you know what he said? He said, this is about getting land. It's about getting oil rights. Whatever we had, he said this on U.S. live television. And that, Venezuela, they threw out our or U.S. companies. And you know what Trump said? He said, we want it back. J.D. Vance, he even said that Venezuela's natural wealth, it needs to be returned to the U.S. But did Venezuela's wealth even belong to the U.S. in the first place?
No!
Let's make it clear why we're here right now. We are here today to stand together and say no war on Venezuela. Say, no war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
We are here to stand with the people of Venezuela and their sovereignty and their right to decide their future.
Come on!
Before I introduce our next speaker, let's get it up with a chant. Let's warm up with a chant. Can we do that? Repeat after me. Billions for a war, but can't feed the poor.
Billions for a war, but can't feed the poor.
We're fired up. Can't take it no more.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
Billions for a war, but can't feed the poor.
Billions for a war, but can't feed the poor.
We're fired up. Can't take it no more.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
Billions for a war, but can't feed the poor.
Billions for a war, but can't feed the poor.
We're fired up. Can't take it no more.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
Billions for a war, but can't feed the poor.
Billions for a war, but can't feed the poor.
We're fired up. Can't take it no more.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
We're fired up. Can't take it no more.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
We're fired up. Can't take it no more.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
Give it up for yourselves. I want to introduce our first speaker, Harsh Rothmal with the organization, the Answer Coalition. We have heard, they have been organizing since we heard the first lies about the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. And we are going to hear today the connections from the U.S. war of aggression in Iraq to the U.S. war of aggression in Venezuela. Give it up for Harsh!
Fight for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
And money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
And money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
I said not for war and occupation.
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 Good afternoon, sisters and brothers. My name is Rothmel. I'm with the organization Answer Coalition Act Now to Stop War and End Racism. Because that's why we're out here today. To say no war. To say no more U.S. invasions of sovereign countries. No more boots on the ground or bombs in the air. For death and destruction while working and poor people here starve and fight for their lives every single day. As Malin said early this morning, the Trump administration bombed the city of Caracas and kidnapped President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Cilia Flores. This is an outrageous violation of international law.
That's right.
This is a massive escalation on the ongoing war for oil that the U.S. ruling class has waged for decades. And this is an attack on the sovereignty of the people of Venezuela.
That's right.
Who stands to benefit from Trump's war on Venezuela?
The billionaires.
That's right. Is it everyday Venezuelans who are struggling against crippling U.S. sanctions?
No.
Is it working people here in the U.S. who are having our health care slashed, our student debt piling up, and our food benefits stolen from us?
No.
No, that's right. The only people who benefit from this war are the oil executives and the billionaires who are salivating at the prospect of robbing Venezuelans of their oil and their other natural resources that are rightfully theirs. And Trump, he's not minting his words. Some people who here saw his press conference today, raise your hand. All right, a good amount. If you haven't, you should watch it. Because he ain't lying. He's being crystal clear about what his intentions are for this war.
That's right.
This war is about plunder. This war is about bringing Latin America under the boot of U.S. capitalist interests. And this war is aimed at robbing working class Venezuelans of their economic freedom and political sovereignty. Trump wants us to believe that this is a war, that this war will bring security and peace and stability to the region. Is that a lie? Is that a lie? But we know what happened in Iraq, in Panama, in Libya, in Chile, and all over the world when the U.S. invades a sovereign country. We know that these invasions bring nothing but death and destruction and destabilization in their wake. Is that right?
That's right.
So are we going to sit down and watch the U.S. government attempt to carry out another full-scale invasion in our name?
No.
Are we going to sit down and watch another U.S. try to carry out another full-scale invasion in our name?
No.
I can't hear you. Are we going to sit by and watch?
No.
Are we going to sit by and watch?
No.
Hell no. It's our responsibility and it's our duty to reject the ruling class narrative that this is going to bring stability to Latin America and the region.
That's right. That's right.
We need to take to the streets and build a mass anti-war movement like we did against the war in Iraq. like we've done against the genocide in Palestine. Because we have more in common with the people of Venezuela, the people of Iraq, the people of Libya, the people of Palestine, than the billionaire class.
That's right!
And those parasites, those Cretans in the White House.
That's right!
The people of the U.S. stand firmly against another forever war. Polls show that 70% of people in the United States don't want another war and don't want an invasion of Venezuela.
That's right!
We speak with the moral authority of the majority of working people here in the United States.
That's right!
So let's continue to mobilize. Let's continue to organize and say no to this violent attack on Venezuela. No war and peace here and all across the world. Thank you.
That's right!
Give it up for Hirsch one more time. Repeat after me. Hey, Trump, you're a liar.
Hey, Trump, you're a liar!
No more wars for empire.
No more wars for empire!
Hey, Trump, you're a liar.
Hey, Trump, you're a liar!
No more wars for empire.
No more wars for empire!
Hey, Trump, you're a liar.
Hey, Trump, you're a liar!
No more wars for empire.
No more wars for empire!
Hey, Trump, you're a liar.
Hey, Trump, you're a liar!
No more wars for empire.
No more wars for empire!
Give it up for yourselves. It is a cold, cold January afternoon, and we are out here demanding that we stand with the people of Venezuela. Give it up for yourselves one more time. Look around you. Look to the front of you. Look to the back of you. There are a lot of people here, and the numbers keep growing. Let me tell you, when we were out here for Venezuela a month ago, the crowd was maybe half the size. We are growing day by day. I want to thank Hirsch again. The U.S. will commit piracy, and they'll call it a policy. They'll kidnap a leader, and they'll call it liberation. And while we fund this war machine, what are we losing here at home? I hear everything. We're losing housing, access to housing. We're losing our schools. They're crumbling and shutting down.
That's right!
Our classrooms are overcrowding.
That's right!
We're losing our health care.
Right!
Today I got a scam text saying that, if I fill out a survey, I'll get a $250 medical kit. That is the world we were living in now. Where even scammers know that we don't have access to health care. Talking about school, I used to teach as well, and they're making teachers do 5 different jobs and hold 5 different licenses for students in schools. If it's ESL, if it's special needs, if it's general curriculum. And I want to introduce our next speaker, Juan, who is an educator in East Boston, to speak on these matters. How is this war in Venezuela affecting our schools and this war at home against working class people? Give it up for Juan.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Fund our schools, not a war.
Fund our schools, not a war!
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8!
Stop the bombs, it's not too late.
Stop the bombs, it's not too late!
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Fund our schools, not a war.
Fund our schools, not a war!
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8!
Stop the bombs, it's not too late.
Stop the bombs, it's not too late!
Hello, everyone. My name is Juan Gutierrez. I'm the son of Salvadoran migrants and an educator of Latin American immigrant students in East Boston. We stand here today in solidarity with the working class of Venezuela and against another rich man's war.
That's right!
We demand an end to the Trump administration's aggression in Venezuela and for Venezuela's sovereignty to be respected. As a son of Salvadoran immigrants, my family and the millions of Salvadoran immigrants in the U.S. know too well and are still haunted by the vicious attacks of U.S. aggression in the 1980s. During this time, the U.S. funded the Salvadoran government and led direct attacks against the Salvadoran revolutionaries fighting for the basics: food, dignity, respect, and their own liberation. The people of El Salvador at this time were fighting for what the Bolivarian Revolution accomplished: the use of their country's resources to meet the needs of the people,
That's right!
not to line the pockets of the rich.
That's right!
But the U.S. invaded and funded a war to ensure that the resources of El Salvador's land would go to the hands of the billionaire class for their profits. And under the false pretext of drug smuggling, of supposed rigged elections, the U.S. ruling class has attacked Venezuela on all fronts. And last night, we witnessed the horrors of yet another attack on working people in the process of building up their own liberation. And we have seen this playbook many times. Do we believe that Donald Trump cares about Venezuelan people's democratic rights? No! Of course not. Donald Trump and the rest of the billionaires don't care about working class people here or anywhere.
That's right!
And as a teacher in East Boston, I witnessed the brutal legacy of U.S. imperialism and invasion every day in my classroom. The majority of my 8th grade students never went to school before coming to the U.S. They struggle to read and write in their own language. This is the effect of the U.S. imperialist intervention in Latin America. They pushed the idea that these wars are fought to bring democracy and freedom, but the effect is instability and scarcity.
Right!
When they come to the U.S., they're greeted with a lack of resources and support for their basic needs, whether it's educational, medical, or related to housing. Our school building has fluorescent lights and ceiling panels falling on our students' heads. Our classrooms flood every time it rains. And the U.S. government claims to have no money to fix these issues, to support our students. I have students who live with their entire family in one bedroom. Do we really think that the richest country in the history of the world does not have money to fund education? To fund housing? The U.S. government lies to us, to our students, to their families, and to our communities. Everyday working people struggle to make ends meet. But the U.S. government would rather deploy warships to the coast of Venezuela that cost over $17 billion of taxpayer money rather than meet the needs of our students. They would rather use our taxpayer dollars to destroy yet another country on behalf of oil executives. Are we gonna let this happen?
No!
And let us not forget that throughout the history of imperial aggression in Latin America, that the U.S. ruling class did not send their own to fight these wars. No, they send working people. Specifically, they send young working class people to kill and die in these wars for oil. They don't send the children of CEOs of weapons manufacturers like Boeing or Lockheed Martin. Shame. It is our students, our immigrant students, who are told by the military that their dream of gaining legalization, of getting paid enough to meet their basic needs, to pay for their education, can only be reached via joining the army. These are all lies that they tell our students so they can die for their expropriation of resources in their own home countries. And if there's a full-on invasion, it will be our students, our people who will be sent out. Will we stand for this?
No!
The US government has a history of destroying our home country's economies to fortify their riches. They turn around and blame the people who were forced to flee, searching for a better life, as a reason they cannot provide for the people. They blame our immigrant brothers and sisters, but do we believe them?
No!
We know the truth.
That's right.
We know the resources to serve all of our needs are there.
That's right.
What is missing is a fighting anti-war movement that will force them to stop their war crimes and actually meet our needs at home.
That's right.
But standing here today with all of you, I have a lot of hope. I see so many people from all across the Boston area and our whole state coming together at a moment's notice to say no.
That's right.
We are standing here at this National Day of Action with 100 other cities across the country. We're standing up and saying we will not allow this. We will not stand for another forever war for oil.
That's right.
This is how we change history.
That's right.
This is how we win.
That's right.
And I'm so ready to be part of this movement with all of you, for our students, for our families, for our home countries, for all of us. Because when we fight,
We win.
when we fight,
We win.
when we fight,
We win.
thank you.
Let's go.
Give it up for one! Money for jobs and education! Not for war and deportation! Money for jobs and education! Not for war and deportation! Money for jobs and education! Not for war and occupation! Money for jobs and education! Not for war and occupation! Give it up for yourselves! It's cold! And you're very loud! You can be louder! Let's hear it!
Let's go.
Thank you, one! They steal from our future so that they can fund their theft abroad.
Shame.
And this act of war is no isolated incident.
That's right.
It is a part of a pattern.
That's right.
It is a part of a pattern of U.S. imperialism.
Shame.
From Venezuela to Palestine. We say what? We say down with U.S. imperialism.
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 I want to welcome our next speaker from the Palestinian Youth Movement, who's going to speak more on this topic. Please welcome Leah.
No more blood for oil!
No more blood for oil.
Hands off Venezuelan soil!
Hands off Venezuelan soil.
No more blood for oil!
No more blood for oil.
Hands off Venezuelan soil!
Hands off Venezuelan soil.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Leah, and I'm with the Palestinian Youth Movement. And I want you all to imagine for a moment listening to the deafening sound, that high-pitched tear of a fighter jet flying through your skies. Imagine feeling the sharp pain of hunger in the stomach of a child. Imagine feeling the tears of the wife of someone killed, a killed fisherman who's now left to raise her family alone. Imagine the red-hot flame of humiliation as some smug American politicians tell you that all of your suffering was for your own good. These are scenes from Venezuela as its people endure brutal sanctions and suffer U.S. acts of war. But they are also scenes from my homeland in Palestine. They are scenes from Lebanon, Iran, Yemen, and Iraq. This is imperialism.
That's right.
And we, in the Palestinian youth movement, as Arab people, we know what this is.
That's right.
And we see through the lies. There was this ridiculous thing that Trump has been saying, even though he's been quite honest this time that this is about oil, saying that this is American oil or American money.
Bullshit.
Do we believe these lies?
No.
Was Iraqi oil American?
No.
Venezuelan oil belongs to the Venezuelan people.
Right.
The natural riches of people's homelands belong to the people of those lands.
Right.
And if we want to talk about theft, talk about the theft from U.S. sanctions.
Talk about it. Right.
The fact that American bank Citibank, along with the German bank Deutsche Bank, stole $1.4 billion in Venezuelan gold as a result of those sanctions. So we see through these lies because we've lived them.
That's right.
Because we as Arab people have seen regime change wars for oil. And how did Iraq go, by the way? Where was the justice for over 1 million Iraqis murdered by the U.S.? And what did those $3 trillion used on war do for the American people? And we know that regime change wars and even the abduction of heads of state are not unprecedented. But we are living the pages of a story written by war profiteers. We are living a future right now that has been enabled by the naked aggression of genocide of the last 2 years. Of the constant attacks on sovereignty of every nation that dare stands up to the U.S.'s bloodthirsty vision for the future. And we know these things are connected because we see U.S. empire connecting them in front of our faces. We know that the operations that illegally took Venezuelans' leader from Venezuelan soil, those people were trained by attacking our people in the Middle East. We know that over the last 2 years of genocide, of U.S. Zionist attacks on our region in the Middle East, we know that these years marked the total collapse of the liberal facade of rules-based order. And what I mean by that is think about the images that came out of Palestine over the last 2 years. What rule was left unbroken? What red line wasn't crossed? We are in a world where sovereignty means absolutely nothing, from Iran to Syria to Venezuela, as long as those nations stand up against imperialism or dare to use the resources of their nations for the people of their nations. This is the world, a world of the hunger pains of a child, of fighter jets in the air, a world of murdered and missing people by U.S. bombs. It's the world that the imperialists and the billionaires and the neocons want to write for us. It's a hellscape of suffering through starvation and bombs and humiliation and capitulation, but it is not our destiny. So comrades, if the 1% can unite around their death cult, can we, the 99%, not unite to fight for a life worth living? They may have billions and billions of dollars, but we have billions of people. The people of conscience, from Palestine to these lands, to Venezuela, are rising up and will continue to rise until we take back our future. We will build a united movement that rejects the 1%'s vision for our future. That unmasks the lies of an ugly imperialist regime. And that rises up from the belly of the beast to build something better. Comrades, we can do this only through organizing with one another. Because when they lie, we organize. When they lie, we organize. We do what? Organize. That's right. So from Venezuela to Palestine, hands off our people, hands off our region. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. No more blood, money for oil. No more blood, money for oil. Hands off Venezuelan soil. Hands off Venezuelan soil. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Leah from the Palestinian Youth Movement. Are we ready? I want to actually challenge everybody. It's cold. I'm going to say it again. Can you take a step inward or look behind you? The crowd is growing. People want to hear and people want to see. All right. Thank you, Leah. And thank you for speaking on the imperialism that we are seeing abroad and how it's connected. How we have been organizing for years and we continue to organize for the people of Palestine. Isn't that right? And we've seen from all of the constant people and the struggles in the streets, how all of our efforts has gone towards trying to divest from these military contractors right here in Boston. Isn't that right?
That's right.
We see how this Trump administration is funding genocide. Not only Trump, it doesn't matter if it's a Republican, it doesn't matter if it's a Democrat, they've been funding this genocide from two sides. So I'm gonna have us do a chant.
Go.
Okay. You say Trump lies, you say shut it down. Trump lies?
Shut it down.
Imperialism?
Shut it down.
Endless war?
Shut it down.
The whole damn system?
Shut it down.
Trump's lies?
Shut it down.
Imperialism?
Shut it down.
Endless war?
Shut it
The
down.
whole damn system?
Shut it down.
Trump's lies?
Shut it down.
Imperialism?
Shut it down.
Endless wars?
Shut it down.
The whole damn system?
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 Shut it down.
Give it up for yourselves! Keep yourself warm by jumping up and down.
Go.
All right. I want to thank Leah for speaking on the importance of how we have the 99% of people in our backs. We have billions of people in this world who can see the injustice happening abroad in the Middle East, from the Middle East, from Palestine to South America to Venezuela. Isn't that right?
That's right.
And I'm hearing a theme. I'm hearing a theme in many of these speeches. The theme is to organize. The theme is to
Organize.
The theme is to
Organize.
The theme is to
Organize.
All right. I want to introduce our next speaker. We need to organize from every level. And we need to organize right in our communities.
That's right.
The fight is won when it starts in our neighborhood. So I want to introduce our next speaker, a community organizer building power right here in Boston and in Somerville. Please welcome Dom. Give it up for Dom.
Let's go!
All right. No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air.
No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air.
US out of everywhere.
US out of everywhere.
No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air.
No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air.
US out of everywhere.
US out of everywhere.
All right, y'all. Thanks for being here. Appreciate your energy. All right. And we know this is not the start on the war in Venezuela, right? This is an escalation of decades-long attack on the United States government as they've attempted over and over again to overthrow the Venezuelan government. Venezuela has a rich history of fighting against imperialism. Simón Bolívar was a leader in building the revolutionary movement across Latin America that defeated the Spanish Empire. Bolivar's impact was felt across Latin America, but his revolutionary dreams were not fully realized because the nation states that emerged afterwards were then under the grip of the wealthy elites. It was then Hugo Chavez that made the commitment to continue towards a fully liberated Venezuela in Latin America.
Let's go.
Learning from countries like Cuba and Haiti, Chavez raised the banners of anti-colonialism and anti-imperialism.
That's right.
They understood the full defeat of imperialism could only be realized by the working class taking power and becoming agents of their own transformation.
That's right.
When Chavez was elected in 1998, Venezuela took back their resources and oil from U.S. private companies, then redistributed the wealth to fund housing, education, provide food, and healthcare.
That's right.
Things that we need here, right?
Yup.
Right. And Chavez's leadership put the people in power. Everyday people like you and me.
Yup.
They put the needs of the people first.
That's right.
I mentioned both Haiti and Cuba earlier. Both countries just had their Independence Day on the 1st.
Let's go!
Celebrating and commemorating revolution.
That's right.
And like Venezuela, Haiti and Cuba are also under attack and being punished for daring to fight against empire.
Shame.
For daring to win. Yes. Haiti, Cuba, and Venezuela show us that it is possible to defeat empire.
That's right.
We can learn from this history as it will guide us for our task here.
That's right.
Because liberation movements across the globe will only be fully realized when we here in the belly of the beast continue to fight for our freedom.
Yup.
It's now our duty to pick up what Chavez picked up from Simón Bolívar.
Right.
What Maduro picked up from Chavez, right?
Right.
It's our duty to pick up the mantle of all previous revolutions that happened before us and are currently in process, because that's what revolution is, a continuous process.
Right. That's right.
It's our duty to end these forever wars for good.
That's right.
Because it's our tax dollars that are bombing Venezuela. And we have a duty in the belly of the beast to say no war on Venezuela.
That's right.
When those bombs drop, we feel it here.
Right.
And we have a duty to build a movement that is powerful enough to stop these rich man's wars in their tracks and put the money back into the people's needs, not for the war machine.
That's right.
In this horrific moment, we cannot give in to despair. We need to let our anger and the love for our people move us to action.
That's right.
We have to keep coming out, because to be in the movement is to be in motion.
That's right.
And we are here today. It's not going to stop until the empire falls.
That's right.
So let's make a commitment to make it fall.
Right.
Let's make a commitment to defend Venezuela.
That's right.
Let's make a commitment to fight for a future where working people everywhere can taste the fruits of their labor and control their own destiny.
That's right.
Let's make a commitment to win.
That's right.
And I want to end with the late and great Asada Shakur, a mantra that she would say, and I want us to say it together collectively. She passed away a few months ago and she sought asylum in Cuba, actually. She's been persecuted here in the U.S. for fighting for freedom. Right? So it is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other and support each other.
We must love each other and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
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 Give it up, yo.
Let's go! Let's go!
All right. I got a new chant for you. It's a very fun one. Say ExxonMobil, BP, Shell.
ExxonMobil, BP, Shell.
Take your war and go to hell.
Take your war and go to hell.
ExxonMobil, BP, Shell.
ExxonMobil, BP, Shell.
Take your war and go to hell.
Take your war and go to hell.
ExxonMobil, BP, Shell.
ExxonMobil, BP, Shell.
Take your war and go to hell.
Take your war and go to hell.
ExxonMobil, BP, Shell.
ExxonMobil, BP, Shell.
Take your war and go to hell.
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 Take your war and
Go to hell.
take your war and
Go to hell.
take your war and
Go to hell.
take your war and
Go to hell.
give it up for yourselves and give it up for the comrade who sent me that chant. I want to give it up for Dom again. I'm not gonna lie, it is cold again. I'm gonna say it, and when it's cold, it is easy to despair. It is easy to be apathetic, especially with this past, I don't know how many years that we've had of organizing. But that's what they want us to feel. And it is our duty to win. It is our duty to fight back. It's our duty to go in the streets, to find our neighbors, and to find our family members and bring them closer.
That's right.
I've talked to so many people who have been like, oh, guess who hit me up today about what happened yesterday? I really want to know. I want to bring them into the struggle with me. And now is the time to do it. With that being said, I want to introduce our next speakers. They are the two co-chairs from the Boston DSA chapter, Bonnie and Tifa. Give it up for Bonnie and Tifa.
Buenas tardes, compañeros y compañeras.
Buenas tardes.
When workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
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 Muy bien, compañeros, muy bien, muy bien. Hay que seguir con ganas, como nos dice la compañera. Mi nombre es Estefanía. Mi nombre es Estefanía Galvis. Yo soy de Colombia y estoy con mi camarada.
Hi everyone, my name's Bonnie. I'm here with Tifa. We are the co-chairs of Boston DSA.
Hoy nos reunimos con indignación y con claridad moral.
Today we are gathering in outrage and also in moral clarity.
Lo que sucedió hoy en las primeras horas de la mañana no fue un accidente ni un error. El secuestro del presidente de Venezuela por parte de la administración de Trump fue un acto deliberado de violencia política. Es un ataque directo contra los movimientos de nuestro pueblo, que se atreven a priorizar el cuidado, la dignidad y la vida colectiva, por encima de la codicia y la dominación. Es un ataque contra la idea de que la gente común en todo el mundo tiene el derecho a la autodeterminación y el autogobierno.
Así
What happened today in the early hours of the morning was not a mistake or accident. The Trump administration's kidnapping of the president of Venezuela was a deliberate act of political violence. It is a direct attack on the movements of our people who dare to center care, dignity, and collective life over greed and domination. It is an attack on the idea that ordinary people around the world have the right to self-determination and self-governance.
Permítanme ser clara. Esto no es solo un ataque contra Venezuela. Esto es un ataque contra todos los pueblos de las Américas. Es una injusticia. Como contra uno, lo es para todos. Lo que presenciamos en el extranjero es inseparable de lo que presenciamos aquí en casa. Cuando un gobierno normaliza el secuestro de un jefe de Estado, está ensayando las mismas políticas que vemos en las redadas de inmigración en los centros de detención de ICE y en el encarcelamiento masivo en los Estados Unidos. La crueldad cotidiana infligida a personas comunes que merecen seguridad, vivienda, atención médica y libertad.
Let us be clear, this is not just an attack on Venezuela. This is an attack on all people of the Americas. An injury to one is an injury to all, and what we are witnessing abroad is inseparable from what we are witnessing here at home. When a government normalizes kidnapping a head of state, it is rehearsing the same politics we see in immigration raids, in ICE detention centers, in mass incarceration, in the everyday cruelty inflicted on everyday people who deserve safety, housing, healthcare, and freedom.
Este es el mismo guión que causó la devastación de Chile, en Granada, en Panamá y en tantos otros lugares. Intervenciones que fueron ilegales según nuestras propias leyes. Intervenciones que nos dijeron que eran necesarias, solo para que se desvelara una falsedad muchos años después que vemos el día de hoy.
This is the same playbook that brought devastation to Chile, to Grenada, to Panama, and to so many others. Interventions that were illegal under our own laws. Interventions that we were told were necessary, only to be unraveled in the years after.
Y también debemos ser muy claros. Esto no solo pasó por la culpa de Trump. Como vimos en la guerra de Irak y en guerras pasadas posteriores, el Partido Demócrata ha permitido la normalización de la violencia imperial durante décadas. La incapacidad de estar a la altura de las circunstancias, la cobardía moral y un consenso bipartisal sobre el complejo militar industrial han creado el camino en el que nos encontramos hoy. No se puede condenar el autoritarismo mientras se financia. No se puede proclamar la democracia mientras se le niega a los demás.
We must also say plainly this did not happen just because of Trump. As we saw in the war in Iraq and in wars past and since, the Democratic Party has enabled the normalization of imperial violence for decades, failing to meet the moment, moral cowardice, and a bipartisan consensus on the military-industrial complex have paved the road we are standing on today. You cannot condemn authoritarianism while funding it. You cannot claim democracy while denying it for others.
Rechazamos la idea de que Estados Unidos tenga derecho a la dominación global. Rechazamos la afirmación de que los recursos venezolanos pertenecen a las corporaciones estadounidenses en lugar que al pueblo venezolano. El petróleo, la tierra, el trabajo, la vida no son premios. No se pueden robar. No son para el beneficio de unos pocos. Están destinados a sustentarnos a todos. Este ataque es una respuesta a algo que ellos temen. La creciente izquierda. Una izquierda que está ganando, una izquierda que se está organizando más allá de las fronteras y las diferencias, que insiste que otro mundo es posible.
Así es.
We reject the idea that the U.S. has the right to domination. We reject the claim that Venezuelan resources belong to U.S. corporations instead of the Venezuelan people. Oil, land, labor, and life are not prizes to be stolen for the profit of the few. They are meant to sustain the many. This attack is a response to something the powerful fear. The growing left, a left that is winning, that is organizing across borders, that insists another world is possible.
That's right.
Y esto lo vemos en Sudamérica, lo vemos cuando líderes como Petro luchan por los trabajadores y logran avances concretos, incluyendo este año un aumento del 25% del salario mínimo para los trabajadores colombianos. Lo vemos aquí en los sindicatos, en los movimientos de inquilinos, en la organización socialista y en la gente que se niega a aceptar la austeridad y la desesperación como el destino.
We see it in South America. We see it when leaders like Petro fight for workers and deliver real gains, including a recent 25% minimum wage increase for Colombian workers. We see it here too, in unions, in tenant movements, in socialist organizing, and people refusing to accept austerity and despair as destiny. That's right.
Por eso nos quieren asustar, por eso quieren darnos miedo.
And that is why they're trying to scare us, but we're not afraid. That's right.
Vamos a seguir comprometidos con la construcción de una vida digna para todas las personas. Seguimos comprometidos con una política basada en el cuidado y la comunidad. No nos dejaremos intimidar ni silenciar. No nos vamos a abandonar el uno al otro.
That's right. We remain committed to building a dignified life for all people. We remain committed to politics rooted in care and community. We will not be intimidated into silence. We will not abandon each other. That's right.
Porque la historia está clara. La represión es el último recurso de un sistema que sabe que está perdiendo.
Because history is clear. Repression is the last refuge of a system that knows it is losing.
Así que hoy en Boston decidimos no a la invasión y secuestros ilegales, a la mentira del complejo militar e industrial que se equipa de la dominación con la seguridad.
So today here in Boston, we say no to illegal invasions and kidnappings, to the lie told by the military-industrial complex that domination equals security. That's right. That's right.
You got this.
En cambio, decimos sí a la solidaridad, sí a la transformación, sí a la democracia, a la autodeterminación, a un futuro de libertad, a un futuro de dignidad, donde nadie es negociable.
Así es. Así es. Instead, we must say yes to solidarity across borders, to democracy and self-determination, to a future where no one's freedom or dignity is negotiable. That's right. That's right.
Nos solidarizamos con el pueblo trabajador de Venezuela y de toda América. Y esto es solo el comienzo. ¡Solidaridad!
Solidaridad! We stand together with the working people of Venezuela and across the Americas, and we are just getting started. Solidarity! Solidarity! Let's go!
Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Y si nos echan, nos regresamos. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Y si nos echan, nos regresamos. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Y si nos echan, nos regresamos.
¡Let's go!
How we doing? Get closer together. Get closer together.
Get closer together.
I want to thank Bonnie and Tefa for giving a beautiful bilingual speech as well. I know that the people of Venezuela will hear those words, and it means a lot for the people of Venezuela to see everybody look around, everybody here, standing in solidarity with them, because right now their leader is nowhere to be found. And to see that the people in the United States, in the belly of the beast, are not taking this laying down, are taking a stand.
That's right.
It means a whole lot. With that being said, I want to introduce our next speaker. I want you to give it up for Brian from Mass Peace Action. Give it up for Brian!
Thank you so much. And thank you to you all who turned out for this emergency demonstration. We know what to do in Boston when there's this kind of emergency. We have been doing it for hundreds of years. Because tyranny must be opposed every day, and that's what you are doing right now. So thank you to everyone holding a banner, everyone holding a sign, everyone who's cold, everyone who's tired, who decided it was crucial to be here. That's right. Because you make a difference.
Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't get too much sleep last night. But the people of Caracas as well, who are living under the threat of our bombs and bullets and sanctions and endless intervention, they're not getting too much sleep either. And the mothers and fathers of U.S. service members who are about to be sent into another pointless, expensive, dangerous war, they're not getting too much sleep either. Now, we live in a society and we have a president who claims to love U.S. service members. And yet, what he did last night tramples on the very basic constitutional rights that they and we are supposed to enjoy here in the United States. The president is not a king, and the president does not have the power to go to war on his own say-so. That is the difference. That is the difference between a democratic republic and authoritarianism and creeping fascism. And we've been creeping toward it for a long time. But the man is so blatant. He said this morning, oh, you know, we're going to run Venezuela. We're just going to step in, we're going to run it. Because that worked so well during the George W. Bush administration. That worked so well in Afghanistan and Iraq. And under President Obama, it worked so well in Libya and in Syria and in Yemen and on and on and on. Under presidents of both parties, you can barely find a country in Latin America that we haven't invaded or intervened in. But I want to talk a little bit about the local connection. Because I live in Burlington, Massachusetts. And if you don't know, in Burlington, Massachusetts, right next to the mall, next to the Macy's parking lot, is ICE headquarters for all of New England. Trump's paramilitary force that he just tripled the budget of. The force that is invading our neighborhoods every day and dragging our neighbors off to sleep on the concrete floor in Burlington, Massachusetts. A minuscule amount of those folks have a criminal record. They're just grabbing people. And they're stopping people, and the Supreme Court says that they can stop you because of the color of your skin now. Because of the language that you speak. Because of the job that you do. What we're at risk of losing right now is our basic foundational rights. Due process is on the line, and if you don't have due process, you don't have anything. You can't prove anything. They can disappear you. They can black bag you. They can send you to a prison in Louisiana for writing an article in the school newspaper opposing the genocide in Gaza, like they did to Ramesa Ozturk. This is what's on the line, and it's directly connected to this new regime change war against Venezuela. Every time they start a new war, they take more of our rights away. Every time. When they're doing these extrajudicial murders, destroying boats and fishermen without any evidence, they take a little bit more. They say, I am judge, jury, and executioner. And if you do not think that we are all somewhere on that list, well, I know you know. That if we don't stand up to this now and demand that we are not going to live in a fascist government, then they're going to come for us all eventually. So it's time to draw a line in the sand, people, and say we are not going to go down this road again. We remember Iraq, we remember Afghanistan, Syria, Yemen, Libya, the people of Vietnam, and so many other places, Iran, Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua. I would lose my breath and my voice if I even tried to name all of the countries that we have done this to. If we do not stand up for the rights of those people to be free of this authoritarian government, then we will eventually lose all of our rights as well. So it is time to stand up. I want you to reach out. It's a great turnout on such short notice, but I want you to go home and I want you to talk to your friends and your family. Because one thing we have on our side this time is that a majority of the American people, including a plurality of Republicans in multiple polls, oppose war with Venezuela.
That's right.
The people do not want this war.
That's right.
So yes, organize, like so many of the other speakers said. Reach out to your friends. Reach out to your family. Have an open hand. People of all different ideologies, they oppose these stupid, endless, forever wars for many different reasons. And we have to forget our differences. If we can agree on that, we must come together.
That's right.
We must come together and oppose this war on Venezuela, to stop it now before it gets out of control, and to preserve our own rights and liberties.
That's right.
I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to encourage you, if you're not part of a group, join one.
That's right.
Talk to someone that you don't know in this crowd. Get to know them. Reach out a hand. The only way that we're going to overcome this is by building those relationships with each other and by fighting back against this together.
That's right.
We can do it. We have the people on our side. We have millions of people on our side. It is up to us to go and find them, to hold them, and to bring them into this movement that will grow and grow and grow until we win, until we become the power,
That's right.
until it becomes unacceptable to even entertain the idea of another stupid, dangerous, foolish, expensive regime change war. We're not going to do this again, people.
That's right.
No war with Venezuela!
No war with Venezuela.
No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela.
No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela.
Thank you.
Ryan from Mass Peace Action! If you're alone, it keeps you warm!
That's right.
Billions for a war but can't feed the poor!
Billions for a war but can't feed the poor.
Fired up, can't take it no more!
Fired up, can't take it no more.
Fired up, billions for a war but can't feed the poor!
Billions for a war but can't feed the poor.
We're fired up, can't take it no more!
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
We're fired up, can't take it no more!
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
I said we're fired up, can't take it no more!
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
All right, give it up for yourselves!
Let's go!
We have two more speakers! All right, I want to introduce our next speaker, Alp from the Boston Southeast Asian Coalition. Give it up for Alp!
Let's go!
Hey, Trump, what do you say? How many bombs did you drop today?
Hey, Trump, what do you say?
How many bombs did you drop today?
Hey, Trump,
What do you say? How many bombs did you drop today?
what do you say? How many bombs did you drop today?
One too many.
That's right.
My name is Alp, and I'm with the Boston South Asian Coalition. And we formed in opposition to colonialism, imperialism, and the growth of the far right internationally, which brings us all here today. BSAC stands in opposition to the kidnapping of Nicolas Maduro and his wife Cilia Flores and the continued bombing campaign on Venezuelan land and waters. We must demand the immediate return of Maduro and Flores and for U.S. troops to get out of Venezuela and the rest of Latin America now.
That's right. That's right.
That includes Puerto Rico,
That's right.
where today all travel in and out of the colony has been restricted because that was the base of operations to go and kidnap a democratically elected leader in Venezuela. Shame. Trump now claims that the U.S. will run Venezuela. And they'll put Maduro on trial in New York City. The reason is unknown for that. I know for a fact that people in New York are going to protest that in that city. And Trump's saying that he will run Venezuela is a sign to Maria Corina Machado, his puppet, his hand-picked Nobel Peace Prize winner, ally. And you may remember one of Trump's recent pardons, which was to ex-Honduran President Hernandez, who was in prison for being a drug kingpin. So whatever Trump is saying about oil, which I think they will also include drugs in that, as the reason for why they were bombing the boats, the fishing boats in Venezuela, and why they will continue to send troops there, we must remember, and people here have already said it, this is not a war against drugs. It is a war for oil and empire.
That's right. Authoritarian grab.
Sorry, I was going to make a joke about Elon Musk's drugs, but I did not. The U.S. has promised to revive the Monroe Doctrine. I cannot believe I'm saying this. He calls it the Donroe Doctrine. Unbelievable. Where the Monroe Doctrine was where the U.S. set up puppet regimes throughout Latin America since the 1800s and pillaged human beings, human resources, and natural resources. And let that be a call to us. The fact that Trump is saying that that's what they're reviving. Let that be a call to us to stand up against every attempt by this regime to put its foot on the neck of our siblings in Venezuela or wherever else these people think that they can go. Because they will use this attack as a model for the future. A model for every other imperial wannabe aligned with Trump that's in power right now. Therefore, our fight must be international.
That's right.
The people of Venezuela will resist. We know this. And we must join them.
That's right.
But we have to go one step further. Recent attacks on Venezuela did not start with Trump. And Hugo Chavez's victory, after Hugo Chavez's victory, free Palestine. It was Obama who sanctioned oil industries, except for oil, to force their oil towards the United States. Biden continued that. And so we can have no expectation that the mealy-mouthed Democrats are going to stand up to Donald. Sorry, the Donald. They haven't so far, not when it comes to Palestine, and not when it comes to Venezuela. Our solidarity is with everyone who unequivocally protests this attack and kidnapping and stands for power in the hands of ordinary people. Hands off Venezuela, U.S. troops, and Trump out.
That's right. That's right.
All from Bison! U.S. out of Venezuela!
U.S. out of Venezuela.
U.S. out of Palestine!
U.S. out of Palestine.
Israel out of Palestine!
Israel out of Palestine.
All right, I want you to get ready for our next speaker, and we are going to march to keep ourselves warm. I've heard many people saying, we got to organize, and that's true. And a lot of people, they've told me, I don't know what that means. I hear people say, let's get organized. But we don't just organize for the sake of it, just to talk and be social. We are organizing to build power. I want to ask you this. Are you powerless?
No.
Did you vote for a war?
No.
Do you want a voice?
Yes.
And will we be heard?
Yes.
That's right. I want to introduce our next speaker. speaker, Kijana Carter, to talk more about why it's important that we build power, not for the sake of it, but to build power to change a system. To change a system that meets our needs. Who here has struggled to pay rent? Who here can feel the loss from your wallet when you go to the grocery store? Why are eggs so expensive? I don't know why. That is a staple food. So I want you to give it up for our next speaker, Kijana Carter from the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Give it up for Kijana.
No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours.
No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours.
No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours.
No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours.
No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours.
No more coups, no more wars. Venezuela isn't yours.
I said Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't
I said Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't
I said Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't yours.
Venezuela isn't yours.
Thank you. Give it up for yourselves. We're out here today, not only here in Boston, but in over 80 cities across the country to demand one thing: stop this criminal war. People are out in the streets in New York, in San Francisco, in San Diego, in San Antonio, in Houston, in Hartford, all across the country. People are out to say no to this illegal war. The Trump administration carried out what can only be described as a cowardly attack last night in Venezuela. Trump said he was going to be a president for peace. At a press conference today, this morning, he said he stopped 8.25 wars, whatever that means. That was a damn lie. Trump murdered dozens of fishermen. He lied about them being drug traffickers. They carried out these criminal double tap strikes to make sure there were no survivors and no witnesses. They stole tankers full of oil like the pirates and thieves that they are. And now Trump has invaded Venezuela and kidnapped their president. Shame! Trump is a murderer, a thief, and a kidnapper. His whole administration is made up of murderers, thieves, and kidnappers. And who knows what else? They still haven't released the Epstein files. Who knows what else they're up to? But they have the gall to say that Nicolas Maduro is a criminal. The Attorney General Pam Bondi is saying that the president is going to has been indicted for. She's also a criminal. That they're going to be indicted for narco-terrorism conspiracy, for cocaine importation conspiracy, and other ridiculous charges. It's a farce. It's nonsense. The supposed cartel that Maduro is a part of doesn't even exist. We know it doesn't exist because when the DEA put out their last report on drug cartels, they didn't even mention the so-called Cartel de los Soles that Trump claims Maduro is a part of. They lied about it. The U.S. government doesn't care about drugs in Venezuela. They don't care about democracy in Venezuela. What's the one thing the U.S. government cares about in Venezuela? It's oil! And everybody knows it. Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves. This is nothing more than a war for oil. And they're not even hiding it anymore. As other speakers have mentioned, this morning Trump said the U.S. will run Venezuela. What a joke! They can't even run this country. The economy is crumbling. The bridges are crumbling. The schools are crumbling.
They can run it into the ground.
People can't afford rent. They can't afford groceries. And what's Trump doing? He's ending healthcare subsidies. He's threatening SNAP. bringing back student loan payments. If that's how they run the country they live in, how do you think they're going to run Venezuela? It's an act of naked imperialism, which means it's the U.S. empire trying to reestablish control over what it considers to be its backyard. Shame! Imperialism is nothing more than what happens when capitalism imposes its will on the international scale. And what the capitalists in this country want, what the bankers and the CEOs and the tech billionaires and the corporate landlords and the weapons contractors want, is oil. And Trump is happy to oblige them. Why? Because the government exists to serve their interests. It's a billionaire's government. The richest man in the world, Elon Musk, was in this government. Trump's biggest donor is the president of OpenAI, Greg Brockman. It's a billionaire's government, and it's a billionaire's war. And it's not just Trump, as disgusting, as odious as he is, and as his government is. The Democrats and the Republicans have been working hand in hand for the past 20 years to undermine the democratically elected government in Venezuela. They sponsored coup attempts. They've waged economic warfare. They've imposed over 1,000 sanctions on the country, and now they've resorted to bombings and kidnappings. And it's not just Venezuela. The U.S. wants to dominate every corner of the earth for the sake of profits and oil. Why did George Bush kill over 1 million people in illegal wars in Iraq and Afghanistan? For oil. Why did Obama bomb Libya to smithereens? Why did Joe Biden funnel billions of dollars to support Israel's genocide in Palestine? At the end of the day, for oil. So who's the real criminal, Maduro or Bush? Who's the real criminal, Maduro or Obama? Who's the real criminal, Maduro or Biden? Who's the real criminal, Maduro or Trump? Does this country care about prosecuting the real criminals? Oh no, they're the real criminals. That's why we're not going to be fooled when they tell us that they're carrying out justice. We're not going to be fooled into thinking that they're carrying out this illegal war for us. We don't want any more wars for oil, do we? No! The one thing, the only thing that can put a stop to this imperialist war is for millions of people to take action and make it stop. That's the one thing that the thugs in the White House and the Pentagon and Congress actually fear. The idea that the people in this country who make this country run, the workers like you and me, decide that we're not going to let this go on, that we will shut this country down until it stops. Are you going to support another billionaire's war? Are you going to support another criminal war for oil? Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? When I say, are you ready to fight, you say, damn right. Are you ready to fight? 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 I said, are you ready to fight? 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 Then let's fight. Thank you.
Give it up for Cilia! I know it's cold. I know you've been sitting for a long time. Give it up for yourselves. Let's end this speaking portion with some energy in our hearts before we march. I said, are you ready to march? I don't know if you're ready to march. I said, are you ready to march? Are you ready to march? Are you ready to march? All right. When I say no war in Venezuela, repeat, no war in Venezuela. No war in Venezuela. Let the Venezuelan people hear you. Viva, viva Venezuela.
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 All they can direct you to the place that we need to go to stay safe. All right.
Oh, yeah.